Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a live yoga session recorded with the Best Friends group. Maybe they are the best friends as well. We're going to offer both postures for sitting in a chair or being on the floor. So feel free to come into a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. So I'm going to start in a chair today. And wherever you are, whatever is being supported, your feet, maybe your sit bones, if you're sitting on the ground, maybe it's your thighs or your calves. But just bring your attention to whatever parts of your body are being supported here. If you're in a chair, you might feel the ground on the bottom of your feet, underneath your sit bones, your tailbone, your upper thighs. And if it helps, you might close your eyes so that you can really focus on the sensation of being supported here. And then let your next in-breath invite you to be here in this present moment with yourself. And let your next out-breath release any amount of tension from your body. Feel your hands resting in your lap. Feel your body being supported. We're going to do a little breathing practice, just a few rounds here. We'll take a nice big full inhale. And when you get to the top of that inhale, you'll take just a little sip more. And then exhale with the sound of ah. It doesn't matter what note you're hitting, if it's ha or ha, but we want that HA sound. So it'll look like this: big inhale, little sip of breath at the top, and exhale. Ha. Let's do that 3 more times together, really inviting your body to relax with each exhale. So here we go. Ah. Little sip at the top. One more time. And then come back to breathing in and out through your nose. Feeling the support underneath you. And then let's bring one palm and then the other over the heart center. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe that is an intention to be stronger, more flexible, more calm and at ease, or more energetic and vital. Maybe your intention is simply the word healing. And whatever that intention is, let a seed plant in your heart. And as you practice today, listen to your own inner wisdom to help to nurture that seed of intention, to water it, fertilize it, and feel it grow. And then let's inhale, release your hands and sweep your arms out towards the walls at either side. However much high it feels good to you. Maybe you stop at shoulder height. Maybe you bring them alongside the ears. And then we'll turn the palms down. Exhale, let the hands float down towards the earth. Take your time. Let the movement be as slow as the breath. Inhaling fully and completely, lifting your palms as high as towards the sky as feels good today. And then exhale, turn the palms out and kind of press away from yourself, creating a little space across your heart, letting the fingers come to point down towards the earth. We'll do that 2 more times, just moving through the shoulders with intention. And maybe this time you turn your gaze up towards your hands, lifting towards the sky. And as you exhale, you might let your gaze follow your hands in your peripheral vision, feeling your fingertips come to point down towards the ground again. Inhale, float up. Look up any amount. And we'll exhale to float right on down towards the ground. And then we'll come back to center, bring your chin to level. Bring your hands to rest in your lap again. And then let's get into the hips a little bit. So if you're on the ground, you might want to lay on your back and do this from the floor. If you're sitting up with me, let's just lift that right knee and bring it up towards the heart. You can interlace your fingers around your shin. So either lying on your back, you're hugging your knee in towards your heart, or sitting in the chair. If you're on the ground, your sole of your foot is on the floor, just like mine is here. And we're just going to make some little rotations in that right ankle in one direction, and then rotations in the opposite direction. And then either holding on to the knee or releasing it if you want to use your core a little bit. We're going to make some circles here in the hip. So if you're holding on to the knee, you're just making circles here. If you want to really strengthen and engage the core here, you might take your hands to the chair and circle here. Wherever you are, 1 hand, 2 hands, no hands, we're going to switch directions. If you're hands-free, or even if you're using the hands, really think about engaging your core to keep your spine long. And then we'll just set that right foot down. And from here, just take a moment to notice the difference in the 2 sides of your body. Notice your knee over your ankle. Notice your right hip as compared to your left hip. And then we'll lift that left knee, interlace your fingers around the left knee. And if you have to bend forward to get a good grip, go ahead and do that. But once you've got a good hold of that, draw the shoulder blades down and back. Tuck your chin to keep your neck long. Nice long spine here. And maybe you switch the clasp of your hands, bringing your non-dominant thumb on top. And then we'll make some circles here in the ankle. And then we'll reverse those circles. And then we'll make some circles in the hip. So with one hand, with both hands, maybe with one hand, maybe with no hands. We still want to stay nice and tall in the spine with that lifted heart and the strong back. And then we'll change those circles. Engage the core to help support your back body. And then we'll set that left foot down on the ground. And again, check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What are the different sides of your body telling you today? Now from here, we're going to take the knees out wide. If you're sitting in a seat, we'll just step the feet out as wide as feels comfortable to you. My chair is a little wonky, so I'm going to straddle the corner here. But if you're using a mat, or if you're using a chair and you want to come to stand, we'll take the feet out wide and sit down and back as if we were in a chair. So either way, you're either here or you're up off the chair here. We're just gonna have the hands resting on the tops of the thighs here, and maybe just shift a little bit from side to side. Keeping the knees well back away from the toes to keep the knees protected. Come to center here and really press strongly into both feet. Notice if you're leaning towards the front edge of the foot, the inner edge, or towards the outer edge of the foot. Is the weight mostly in the heel or the ball of the foot? And see if you can really press evenly, especially into that outside edge of the feet, to help engage the tendons and the ligaments around the knees to keep them protected. You want to take a break at any time, go ahead and do that. You want to switch from one to the other, do that too. But from here, we're going to take another nice big inhale together. And then as we exhale, we're just going to dip that right shoulder towards the left knee, any amount. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dip the left shoulder towards the right knee. We'll keep going from side to side. Moving with your breath, using the leverage of your hand to your inner thigh to maybe twist a little deeper if that feels nice. Noticing what your body is telling you and honoring that message. One more time to each side. And then we'll come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, press into the feet, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, palms together and hands down to your heart. Then heel toe your feet back underneath you and continue to stand, or you can come back to your seat and take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Notice your feet supported by the ground underneath you. Notice if you can create a little more length along your spine. And then we'll release the hands again and we'll practice warrior two. So if you're in a seat, you're gonna turn. Actually, you might be facing forward. Let me think about that here. Yeah, you want to turn towards the right side of your chair. And I need the ground a little bit closer to me because I have short legs. So I'm going to put a block under my foot. If you need to do something similar, you could put a book or a pillow, firm pillow, something so that you can really press into your foot and feel the engagement. And I'm kind of scooched towards the front edge of the chair with my whole right thigh supported. And then I'm going to send that back leg out long and press into the back heel. You can have your hands on your hips. If you're standing, you've got your heels aligned. Right toes are facing the short edge of the mat. Left toes are facing the long edge of the mat, and you're here. So you're either supported by the chair or by your feet. Well, by your feet no matter what you're doing. And then let's bring the hands to the heart here. Look out and beyond your hips. And then if it feels nice, you could extend your arms out to either side and look out and beyond your right fingertips. Loop your shoulders up and back and down so that they're coming down the back body. Tuck your chin gently. Get long and strong right here. Feel the power of your legs supporting you. Press strongly into the soles of both feet to protect your joints. One more full breath here. And then we'll inhale, turn the palms up towards the sky, bring the hands together, and right on back down to meet your heart. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm taking my block with me for my left foot. Again, you're either supported by the chair or supported by your feet. Bring your hands to your hips and find your warrior two legs. Press into that outside edge of that back foot. The tendency is to want to roll inward, but we really want to press down. And that does engage all the supporting ligaments around our knees. Hands can stay at hips, or maybe they want to be at your heart. You might even remember your seed of intention that you planted here as you extend your arms out to either side, looking beyond those left fingertips, pressing strongly into both legs. Draw the shoulder blades back down the heart, or back down the back, and then lift that heart. Tuck your chin. Feel the strength of the expansion across your chest. One more full breath wherever you are. And then we'll inhale, turn the palms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands right back down to meet the heart. And then we'll turn to bring the feet underneath the knees once again, whether you're sitting or standing, facing forward in your Tadasana. Tadasana is typically a standing posture, but we can have that same intention in our sitting spine. Lifted heart, tucked chin, shoulders drawn down the back body. Knees over the ankles, pressing strongly into both feet. Let's inhale here, reach the arms up, forward, forward and up. Maybe they're alongside the ears, maybe they're at an angle. Let's rotate those pinkies inward. Might stay here in the chair, or maybe you want to press up into chair pose. If you're standing, you're sitting down into chair pose. Sit down and back as much as you like. Maybe hands come to the heart, maybe not. If you're in the chair, you're reaching up, engaging your core. If you're standing, you are the chair. Maybe you come a little bit lower. Let's inhale the arms out wide into a T. Exhale, gentle twist towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, gentle twist left. Inhale, back to center. Raise your arms up towards the sky. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart. And come back to your Tadasana or back to your strong seat. Release your hands. Find your Tadasana spine. And just notice what you notice. The beating of your heart, your breath may be coming a little faster. Maybe a flow of energy, vitality coursing through your veins. Just being present with the sensations of your body. Being comfortable in the stillness and the quiet. Let's get a little bit more movement here in the spine. So we're going to do some cat-cows. If you're sitting, you'll extend your hands out onto the tops of your thighs. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale to round the back body. If you're standing, you'll come back and down to your chair, hands on the top of your thighs. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, round the back body. Wherever you are, let your heart and gaze be open as much as feels good to you as you inhale. And let your belly button draw in towards the spine as you exhale. Maybe you sit down and back a little bit more, or maybe if you're in the chair, you might come up just a tiny little bit as we find 2 more rounds. One more time. Let's find that final exhale here. If you're standing, we're gonna melt all the way down into a forward fold. If you're sitting, maybe your forearms come to rest on your thighs, or maybe you take your feet out a little wider, scoot a little forward to the chair and find your forward fold here. Framing your face with your arms, cradling your elbows, or staying nice and uplifted wherever you are. Let the head be heavy. Take a nice big in-breath. Feel the expansion and the rise of the back body. As you exhale, let it go with a big sigh and let the weight of the head traction the spine down towards the earth. 2 more breaths like that. Maybe you sway a little bit from side to side. And as you're ready, release your arms. Just let them be like wet noodles. And bring your attention now to your tailbone, the base of your spine. And say hello to each and every vertebra as you roll back up to a tall seat. Really paying attention to every bone along the journey, keeping the head heavy and the chin tucked. Slow, slow, slow. You might even imagine your spine a reflection of your intention, that seed that you planted in your heart, growing within you, from within you, all the way up to your tall seat or your standing posture. If you're standing here, take a breath or 2 and then go ahead and come back to your seat. We'll all meet together, whether you're on the floor or the chair. Bring your hands to rest in your lap. Palms facing down. You want to feel more grounded, bringing a sense of safety and security and stability to your practice. Palms facing up. If you want to feel more uplifted, bringing a sense of adventure, of being open to new things, or maybe a sense of releasing old things to make room for something new. We'll sit here in just a quiet meditation for the last few moments of our time together. Maybe meditating simply on the feeling of your palms, empty and open and uplifted, or connected, grounded, and supported. Just keeping your awareness on the palms of your hands. Relax the muscles of your face. Relax your jaw. Feel the strength of your spine, but also feel a sense of ease, supported by your sit bones and your feet, by the ground, by the very earth itself. Three more breaths together here. And then as you're ready, let's reach those palms out towards the walls alongside you. Inhale to lift them up towards the sky. Maybe look up to see your palms come together. And exhale, watching your thumbs as they travel all the way down to meet your heart. Take a moment here to acknowledge your seed of intention once again, to visualize it as already done. And let the sensation of that completeness, that wholeness, be implanted in your heart. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your hearts. Namaste.